Hi, this is Scott from Specter Gear, and today's product spotlight is going to be taking a look at our 12 and 18 round 12 gauge modular shot shell pouches. I'm going to talk a little bit about the design considerations, what it's made from, and where you can get it. And the first thing you're going to notice when looking at these pouches is that they are a vertical mounted pouch. So they would mount on your carrier just like that, side by side. And the reason we've gone with this particular layout, and we used to manufacture a pouch that was oriented horizontally with the shells facing in the vertical position. And one of the biggest problems right off the bat with this is if you use pouches like this, in order to get the maximum number of pouches on the carrier, because they're so small from top to bottom, is that you're going to have to lay them out like this, one pouch above another. And that's going to be okay as far as access for the top pouch, but when you go to get to the bottom pouch, this is going to become a problem right away. The pouch needs to be completely depleted so you can smash it flat just to even get the flap open on the lower pouch. So it becomes a problem right away. So we wanted to go with something that was a little bit different, and we went with the vertical orientation with a horizontal draw stroke on the actual rounds. Another consideration on horizontal mounting, by the way, is that if you have shell loops or a shell pouch mounted in a horizontal plane like this, down low on the belt, it's not a problem. Your hand is going to come down low. Naturally, the fingers will point to the ground, and that's not a problem. But when you start mounting these high on the chest, in order to get into the pouch, your wrist has to take a real acute angle to draw them out, and it can cause you to fumble rounds, and it's not a very efficient way of drawing the rounds out of the pouch. Whereas with the vertically mounted horizontal draw stroke, very easy to draw right across, and the round drops right into the hand in the optimal loading position. Not a whole lot of fumbling. You don't have to move your wrist in any oddball angle, and it's easy to access the rounds. So let's take a look a little bit at the inside of the pouch and what goes into this. Within the pouch, on the 12 round version, we have 2 rows of 6 shell loops. The first 6 shell loops are mounted directly to the pouch body. And by the way, the pouch body itself is made from 2 layers of 1000 denier Cordura nylon, and with Velcro closures, and of course we have a 1-inch pull tab. So we have our 6 shells, and then we have another 6 shells that are sewn to this double layer type 17337 kind of bridge strap here. And with this arrangement, it mounts in nice and tidy and compact. This doesn't really droop appreciably at all, and it allows you to easily access either row of shells without much problem at all, and it keeps it all in a nice, tidy, compact package. Now, moving to the 18 round version, internally it's identical to the 12 round, but we added an additional 6 shell loops on the outside of the flap. Now, the school of thought on this would be for a military application, or one in which camouflage concealment and you want to keep the shine down. Obviously, you're not going to want a bunch of brass shell bases catching light. So for a military kind of application, this would be the best. Also, as far as, not losing rounds if you're in a prone position, things such as that, this is probably a way to go. For a situation where that's not a concern or consideration, such as a home defense situation, a raid situation, even a competition shooter platform, these extra 6 shells are a pretty fast reload right off of the flap before you even need to get to the 12 rounds internally. Now, coming from the factory, the pouch will be set up for a right-handed shooter. That being, the left hand would come across to the flap, access pulling to the offside, and the shells would be arranged so that they'd be drawn out to the offside. Now, if you are a left-handed shooter, fortunately, this is not a problem whatsoever. You can set it up for your purposes as well very easily. Because of our removable Specter strap system, you simply pull the attachment strap out, turn the carrier, reinsert. If I can get this in there, and I'll just kind of hastily snap it shut without bothering to thread it through like it should be done. And now it's set up to fit on the carrier for a left-handed shooter, and that the right hand would not be the offside access the flap, and you notice, as if by magic, the shells are now oriented in the proper position for a left-handed shooter to reload with the right hand. Now, as far as being mounted on the carrier, the amount of space that these take up is pretty similar to that of a double 30-round 5.56 mag pouch. So again, a very compact setup. As far as how many you can get on a typical plate carrier, a small size plate carrier that's designed to hold nothing more than a 10 by 12 plate, you can easily get 4 of these across the front. If you need any more room, 3. I tend to run 3 myself, although I have one kind of end of the world scenario vest where I've got a bunch of these. I think I got 6 of them on there. But then you're going to have to learn your multiplication tables for 18 times whatever to know how many rounds, but that is a lot of rounds. Okay, so with that, I'm going to go ahead and draw this to a close and let you know that, as with all of our products, these are made in the USA, and they can be purchased at www.spectergear.com. And that's about it. Thank you very much for watching, and stay safe. Thank you.